Hello there everyone and welcome back to another video on The Grind. After Rust became popular for the different style of gameplay it provided, scrap gambling pushed the game forwards a new direction of success. There are thousands of players willing to take the chances against the wheel to make some profit, and here are the best gambling strategies for Rust. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon too so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Alrighty, let's begin. One of the most practical methods for making profit on scrap items in Rust is to divide it into portions. Any player would be foolish to put all of his eggs in one place and bet everything in a single attempt. It would only result in a heavy loss, and the player will leave the shack in utter disappointment. Therefore, it is better to divide the items into small bundles and bet them in turns. The most effective method is to make bundles that increase with every roulette. Prizes with lesser value are present in bigger numbers on the wheel, so one should bet his odds on those digits. It wouldn't be advisable to take a chance on the rare items, especially if you're willing to take the risk with a greater gamble. One should start placing the bet on his figures with a smaller bundle, and depending on the rate of success, they should continue increasing the quantity of the scrap for the same number. In most cases, the lower number is safest to bet on, and it would make huge profits because it has the highest probability of winning the roulette. The scrap bundles should also be increasing in quantity, and the first bet should be made with a smaller bundle, and the bulk should become larger in the bets that follow. In this way, one can have a greater chance of winning with these odds, but the loss is massive too nonetheless. One thing to remember is that one should use some of the items for this purpose. Rust is quite a lengthy game, and it takes a lot of time to collect scrap. Throwing it away on some gambling wheel would be a stupid thing to do, so instead of trading or looking for it somewhere else, one shouldn't risk it on the roulette wheel. I mean, one can benefit a lot from a single spin, but there is a lot more to lose on average with every chance. Gambling can be so addictive that once a player starts, it takes a long time to consider it a problem and then eventually quit. Therefore, one should gamble some of his scraps in a few attempts, or else they can end up losing everything. Do it in proportions. Make sure you always set yourself a limit on how much you're going to spend, and do not allow yourself to go over that limit. Once you've lost a certain amount or gained a certain amount, that's it, you're done. If you've lost on the wheel several times because the game didn't stop at the number you wanted it to, there's a high chance that you might lose everything in the urge to win it back. So one should always consider his options before giving it all to such things. If you can't apply the method of the roulette in the game, there are other ways to make sure your items get properly doubled and you have better profits. Gambling has now become such an official sport that gamers even bet on virtual items. This first started when Steam launched the market for its goods in the game, and since then every game always contains some items that would be considered a treasure in the game. Now, while gambling on such things also emerged from Steam, however, it wasn't originally Steam's idea or affiliation. Now, there are thousands of gambling sites where you can play different games and win back more on your items. There are many games whose items are gambled in heavy quantities on sites like these. And there are people who make sufficient profits to become the site's regular visitors. One needs to always watch out for scammers though, as they are also an active threat on the internet, looking for players trying to make some money from their items. So here are some more trusted, safer gambling sites for Rust items. And when I say safer, it doesn't mean that you can just assume everyone on there is trustable. Always take a look out and be on the lookout for scammers. Anyway, so these sites are... Rust Money is an earlier version of the popular site Rust Pot. That website contains every feature from Rust Money. The site did massive giveaways and it was its way of becoming popular, but after players found out about Rust Pot, the site lost its player base and became deserted. Some players still use it after its newest upgrade, however. Although it isn't as popular as Rusty Pot, this site offers more options to win than the latter. With almost no advertising, the site has become a big market for Rust skins. Rust Chance offers 3 different levels of jackpot, different types of roulette, and landmines. The site is quite fair as it allows players to bet according to their items. This website has been running for a long time now. It is one of the first gambling sites for Rust. The site offers games like Jackpot and Coin Flip. Putting heavier skins in the jackpot means a higher chance of winning in the game. The site also does a lot of giveaways. They usually partner with streamers to help promote their site. Rust overall is meant to be a great game for the future. Although the game is 7 years old, it is blossoming into the market and as big as CSGO. Gambling is a serious game where players take huge risks on their possessions and are willing to lose and gain. So it is better to think carefully about the place and amount of investment in this manner. But for now, guys, that does bring us to the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Rust content. Hit the bell too so that you don't miss out on any future videos. We'll see you guys next time, but until then, take care.